Dear friends, Indian Constitution is a living document because it can be amended in order to adjust itself to the changing conditions and needs of Indian citizens. Article 368 in Part 20 of the Constitution deals with the power of Parliament to amend the Constitution and its procedure. Let's look into the process of amendment. An amendment of the Constitution can be initiated only by introduction of a bill in either House of Parliament, that is Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. What is a bill? Let's see. A bill is a draft of a legislative proposal which becomes an act when passed by both houses of Parliament and assented to by the President. The bill does not require prior permission of the President. It can be introduced by any member or minister. The bill must be passed in each house by a simple majority or by a special majority. Also, there is another way, that is, if a bill seeks to amend the federal provision of the Constitution, which are related to the federal structure of the country, it must also be ratified by the legislature of half of the states by a simple majority of the members of the House present and voting. Here I said about simple majority, special majority, and the ratification of the states. These terms will be explained later. Each house must pass the bill separately. If the bill does not get passage in any of either house, then there is no provision of joint sitting. After all these processes, the bill is presented to the President for assent. The President can neither withhold his assent to the bill nor return the bill for reconsideration of the Parliament. After the President's assent, the bill becomes an act, that is, a Constitutional Amendment Act. In the process of amendment, I have already mentioned three ways. What are they? By simple majority, by special majority, and consent of the states. Let us look into these terms. By simple majority, it is a majority of the members of the House. For example, there are 543 members in Lok Sabha. If 400 people are present and ready to vote on the day, the bill should get the support of 201 members, that is 50% plus 1 of the members present and voting. Simple majority used in the provisions like establishment of new states, citizenship, rule of procedure in Parliament, etc. By special majority, this refers to a majority of 2/3 members present and voting and supported by over 50% of total strength of the House. For example, 510 members are present on the day of voting in Lok Sabha. Therefore, they need the vote of 340 members. That is 2/3 of the day's strength. Special majority used in the provisions like fundamental rights, directive principle of state policy, etc. By special majority and consent of the states. All the provisions in the Constitution which are related to the federal structure of the policy can be amended by a special majority of the Parliament and ratification of half of the total states. The provisions include here such as election of the President, Supreme Court and High Court, representation of state in Parliament, etc. Indian Constitution is neither flexible nor rigid, but a synthesis of both. It is the backbone of Indian democracy. Amendments make our Constitution relevant that strengthen us to proclaim gloriously, "We the people of India."